Crazy times, huh? Well, not really. I knew this was going to happen in a way. But that's why I got out of Bitcoin at a certain amount. I forget what it was when I got out, but it was definitely not near 100. I'm not going to act like it was near 126,000. Um, I got out. I think it was like, what was it, 73 or something like that, 75. Anyway, why I got out? Just want you to think about this real quick. It was kind of strange when you see billionaires, their whole business, you know who I'm talking about, is built on an ETF held up by Bitcoin. And then they're like, well, if it drops, why not get more? Why not buy more? Just keep buying. Telling retail, throw all your money into Bitcoin, all of it. Just throw. They 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 just started making me really like, oh my god, what is happening? This is so suspect. Having Starbucks coffee right now, coffee with me, talking about ETF stocks. I'm going to tell you how I got paid. I'm going to tell you what I did. Stay right there. Listen to me. I'm telling you, this is real. This is talking from experience. This happened to me. I sold out of Bitcoin because I got suspicious. Big time, like into crypto, like love Dogecoin, still love Dogecoin. I still have Dogecoin under a penny in one of my portfolios, but I made a really good profit off it. Anyway, I rolled all my gains over into got my ponytail flexing today. I rolled all my Bitcoin gains over into ETFs. ETFs are like Warren Buffett says, slow, boring, but you buy the farm. S&P 500. QQQ. I have these. They just keep going up. There's dips and they go up. I bought more on Liberation Day. If you don't know what that is, that's when Trump, I have no notes in front of me. I'm just going off the head. That's when Trump announced the tariff deal in April 2025. Last April, everyone was freaking out. Oh my God, it's the end of the world. Sell, sell, sell. I was buying with my wifey. We're buying more. Oh my God, look at this opportunity. So I bought more QQQ the other day. I bought a little more. I think it was like it hit 599. I got it like at 601. I grabbed more. They're exchange traded funds. I am not a financial advisor. I don't know anything about anything. I just know what I know. I literally have been doing this for years. It keeps compounding, and we just beat the stock market over and over. I beat the crypto market. I used to be humble, like, well, I just wanted to sound humble. I'm just being real and say, oh, I got lucky. Well, I didn't get lucky. I saw Dogecoin early was a deal and a steal. It was on Robinhood 2018. In fact, I was trying to buy it back then. I was in Europe, not saying it as a flex. I just say because it happened. It was my memory. I was in Europe because I'm lucky enough to be in Europe at the time. Opened up my Robinhood account. I live in New York State. It wouldn't let me buy Dogecoin. I wanted to buy a million back then on Robinhood and have a million crypto. Oh, this will be cool. Plus, I like Dogecoin. I like the idea of it. It was a meme. It was fun. Anyway, fast forward, they let me buy it on Robinhood finally. As soon as they did, they opened up the gate. It wasn't that popular yet. Bought it. Bought some for my friend. He said it's the best gift he ever had, obviously, because it went up so much. And yeah, so what I did was I got really suspect. I'm not saying Saylor, the Saylor guy, is like some, alleged scammer or anything, which people may think. I'm just saying maybe he believes in what he believes in, but it just became for me suspect when you have all these rich people. Crypto was decentralized. Bitcoin was decentralized. The whole thing was power to the coin, power to the small person like me and you and your friends, retail investors. And then all of a sudden, El Salvador grabs it. All of a sudden, governments are involved in it. All of a sudden, billionaires. All of a sudden, the president's kids got it, and they're pumping it. I'm like, whoa, this is weird. All these rich billionaire types are buying up Bitcoin, starting businesses on it. I said, I got to get out. This is strange. I'm sorry. This is just my instincts. This is what I did. I'm not telling you what to do, but I said, I got to get out of this. And then my wife was like, oh my God, you sold it. Look how high it is now. It's like 120 and it was going up. All of a sudden I look like, she's like, you know what you're doing? So look, you got out of it. You rolled it over into ETFs. All those ETFs have been going up steady. They just keep compounding dividends. If you don't know what I'm talking about, do your own due diligence. They're called exchange traded funds. I know nothing about anything. This is all self-taught over the years. I've been investing for years now, and I've beat the market over and over and over again. It's not because I got lucky. This is strategic. It's working. It's worked, and it just keeps on. It works. It just happens. You just got to be really patient. You got to be really frugal. We're really frugal. We watch what we spend. We put our money into constantly just living below our means, and constantly whenever we have extra cash sitting, we strategically do it. A certain part will be getting a high APY in a money market account, like we capitalized on 5%, and it went down when the Fed dropped the rates, went to 4.5%. I told this story before. I even met a guy, and he made his money listening to me. He was like, wait a minute. It was a couple years ago. He was like, he was an older gentleman, and he was like, "You're telling me I can make money off my money?" I said, "Yeah, right now it's I forget at the time it was about 5%." I said in Robinhood Gold, he had no idea. It's 5.0% or 4.5% at the time, and I had to show him. He thanked me so much. 2 years later, I ran into him this summer, this past summer. He's like, "Poppy, oh my God, I made so much money because of you." He had basically like his life savings sitting in like a Citibank account, making no money. So he went and did the Robinhood Gold. He did all this stuff, and he's earning a monthly payment off of the APY, the interest on his money just sitting now. Instead of the bank, he paid like $60 a year or something like that, five a month for Robinhood Gold. And he's just thanking me over and over. And at the time, I told him to buy some Tesla. I said, I can't tell you what to do. But he's like, what shares should I buy? I said, you should buy the ETFs anyway. He went with a couple shares of Tesla. From 2 years ago, it went up really nice, and he got some ETFs. Anyway, that's just all true. So it's like discipline, and it's like if you're chasing crypto and you're buying crypto, like I would literally use pizza money. I've always said this and I stuck to it. Like I did. I used money I could afford to lose. If you're like some young person, and I get it, not everyone has like 10 grand, 5 grand, even 3 grand sitting around. If you're going to put your whole life savings and your whole 3 grand, your whole bank account, and you got all sorts of debt and credit card debt into like crypto, you better be ready for the volatility. Crypto goes down and it's crashing. I'm telling you, I'm not going to be surprised if Bitcoin hits the 40s. You know, nobody knows jack, but it's kind of suspect when you have a billionaire whole company built up a whole ETF on Bitcoin, and he's telling the media, just, I'm sorry, I'm skeptical. Oh, we have years and years of money sitting around, just no problem. Buy that Bitcoin. He's telling the retail to prop up the bullshit, prop this, prop this ETF up, prop this crypto up while it's crashing. He's telling just anybody who's listening. I feel like it's soul sucking. I feel like these rich people, like when NFTs, I called early. I knew that was a bullshit thing. I said NFTs are BS. When you started seeing all these celebrities, Eminem, Snoop Dogg, whoever else jumping on NFTs while your rich artist friend, I mean, sorry, while your broke artist friend, it was an opportunity for artists. I said that, and I said this isn't right. Now all of a sudden you had celebrities jumping on it. I said this has got to be some sort of scheme. It's not. It's not. It's not going to end well. I'm not saying Bitcoin. It's speculative. I'm not saying Bitcoin is going to hit zero. I mean that kind of is preposterous at this point, because look at Dogecoin, which I like I said, and other meme coins. Man's greed. People are greedy, so they're always going to keep money into it. But I think that Bitcoin personally is going to go back up. It definitely will go back up. But what can you stomach? So what I said recently that I'm willing to get back in a new position in Bitcoin, even though I have exposure to it. I have some Bitcoin still, but it's really nothing big. I'm willing to get back in the 30s, probably. I would say 30s. I could see this sucker hitting 20s, literally 28,000. It's really bad time. I don't know with the rumors with Epstein and all that, what's going on with that. I got to really dig in on that. I don't know. I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure I believe a lot of these rumors, because you have a lot of bears trying to, and I get it, trying to short it, and people are going to say things that aren't true just to manipulate the market, if you will. I'm just talking from my experience and the way I see things. Like, I'm a big boxing fan, if you look on this channel, and I knew Canelo Alvarez, who was much bigger, and he appeared like he was going to beat the smaller Crawford, who was undefeated. And I looked at Crawford like an unbelievable, amazing stock with all the talent in the world. His past chart, if you will, I just looked at it like that, and I broke it all down, how he was going to just beat Canelo Alvarez, go up in weight, and how Vegas has got this wrong. I said it before the fight, and I just went with my gut. I followed my gut. I followed my boxing knowledge and my instincts of what I know. So with the stock market, I hella don't know everything. I'll admit, I only know what I know. As Warren Buffett says, I'm paraphrasing, I only know what I know. You don't need to know like all of this stuff, the intricacies of the stock market, to know the SPY is going to do all the heavy lifting for you. Like when you invest in it, it's going to do, you don't need to know about real estate. You don't need to know much. All you need to know is that the stock market, S&P 500, the best 500 U.S. stocks in the world are in that one super stock, and it's going to go up over time. Most people don't like it because it's slow. It's not this generation's fast. Open up an app, put money into crypto, Lambo overnight. Not going to happen. This doesn't work like this. So when you see Bitcoin in these cycles, like spiraling, look at the volatilities like this. It's like a YouTube channel. You see these so-called influencers get on YouTube. I've been on YouTube since 2006 on many channels, by the way, and I got a plaque. It's all true. And they just, I'm quitting my, you see the title, I'm quitting my job today to do YouTube full time. Well, that's not going to last. That's the worst thing you could do, unless you can afford to do it. You have a spouse that's going to support you. But yeah, I'm just saying, Bitcoin. I'm looking to get a position selfishly. I'm looking to get a new position lower. We'll see what happens. I really believe that Bitcoin is crashing. I think it's suspect when you have, like I said, you have all these BlackRock, huge banks, everyone grabbing it like those NFTs. Everybody's greedy. People are effing greedy. It's like a lottery ticket. I made that analogy before. I said Bitcoin, even when I had it, a lot of it, like a big portion of it, I I, I just spoke my mind. I just like, it's like a lottery ticket that is uncashed and didn't come out yet, and people are putting their money into it like a Powerball ticket, hoping to get rich overnight. I'm going to put this money into this speculative coin. It's code. It's a new currency, and it's going to just moon overnight. It doesn't work like that. You have to stomach the volatility, which I did. I had Bitcoin a while ago, a couple of years ago, and I went underwater and I held that sucker because I knew it was going to go back up because people are greedy. And now you have so many like giant, like billionaires and whales and all these people that are into it, and they're pumping it and they're telling retail investors to grab it. It's just, for me, it's kind of weird. It's very strange. Like I said, I look at that guy. I'm skeptical of Michael Saylor. Even if I have the coin again and I sit here telling you, yeah, it's going up, I'm still skeptical of someone that's talking about when Bitcoin crashes over 50%, and the person's telling you, the billionaire, the guy that doesn't have to worry about living day to day like normal people, and he's talking about, hey, it's gonna go back up. It's gonna be 10 million a coin. That's just kind of weird to me. Just a regular investor talking. I'm not accusing anybody of anything. I'm just saying it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird, and it's like, it's not even like, honestly, like, you have something, and at this point, I thought Bitcoin, honestly, I thought Bitcoin and Dogecoin, I was wrong about this. I thought it would be everywhere. I thought I could walk into Starbucks. I'm sitting in front of Starbucks right now. I can go in and buy my Bitcoin, use my Bitcoin or my Dogecoin to buy Starbucks. It's not happening. We're into this now for well over a decade, and I can't do that. It's kind of weird. But I can go in there and buy with my cash. Like I said, you could do what you want. Volatility, if you're willing to watch it go low and crash, you could stomach that to do what you got to do. Like I said, I'm looking for a new position selfishly. Anyway, what else I was talking about? There's so much fake news out there with other things, like with Floyd Mayweather. I just want to touch on boxing real quick. I was seeing that people are making these videos about Floyd Mayweather being broke. Has to do with finances, and I'm like, wait a minute, is this true? Well, I looked it up real quick. Some people are suing him. Does that mean he's poor? No, I mean, it's just jumping the gun. There's like dedicated videos talking about Floyd Mayweather, and they're like, there's videos literally of Floyd Mayweather, like they're AI videos telling you that he's broke and going broke. I mean, what is broke? This guy's probably sitting on 50 million cash. You don't know that. What is broke? I mean, I don't think so. I think right now this is, until I see otherwise, this Floyd Mayweather broke. A lot of athletes do go broke, but this Floyd Mayweather broke stuff, I'm not seeing it. I think Floyd Mayweather is not what people, a lot of haters out there, people want to make it like he went broke, because maybe to make, for clickbait. There's a lot of that going on. But Bitcoin, I'm not going to be surprised if it's in the 50s. It's going to kiss the 50s again. When you watch this video in the future, if it's up to 150 grand, you're haha wrong. I'm talking about now. I'm talking about February 2026, what I'm seeing, where it's going. I'm not going to be surprised if it hits 50s. I'm hoping for 40s and 30s, and rock bottom maybe at 30, 20, 29,000. That would be nice, selfishly, like I said, because it would be a good re-entry, because people are effing greedy. They're gonna put their money into this thing. Billionaires are gonna be pumping it. I mean, look what's going on. We got politicians' kids are pumping it, showing, oh, this is the next big currency. This is it. I mean, what's the real story going on? Not to get conspiracy theory on everybody, but what's really going on when you have a coin, a digital asset dropping like this over 50%, and then this person that has an ETF on it is talking about It's going to go to 10 million a coin. Buy more. Buy more retail. Buy more. Does he want the suckers, the retail investors all over the world, to jump in on it and save his ass so he can get more money? It's greed. It's greed. This is purely greed, in my opinion. My opinion. I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying anyone is like scamming, but it's just kind of weird. It's kind of weird to me. So that's why I got out of a big position in Bitcoin. I had a lot of money in it, and I rolled it over into those ETFs, and they're outperforming Bitcoin right now because they're not down 50% plus, and they're compounding. I'm getting dividends. You're not getting dividends from Bitcoin. You're not getting any of this stuff. If it collapses, you're not getting jack shizzle. You're not getting anything. If Bitcoin goes down and you're like, you bought it, let's say 125, and it goes down and never goes up again, you're stuck holding a fat ass bag, and you're going to be pissed. But that being said, because of the greed, because it's speculative, I think it's going to go back up. I do believe that. That's why I would buy it, but I wouldn't buy a whole coin at this point, because I said it's money I'm willing to afford to lose. And like Warren Buffett says, I am a student of Warren Buffett. Don't lose money. Number one rule: don't lose money. I don't want to lose money, and I won't take that risk at 66, 65,000, whatever it is right now. I won't take that chance. Fractional Bitcoin, pizza money, yeah. If I'm gonna go out like and spend money, which I rarely do on nothing, like hanging out for a weekend, $50, $100, I would buy some Bitcoin instead at 64. But it's gonna be a wild ride anyway. I can't believe people are actually watching this. I couldn't believe the other video I did got 800 plus views. It was a live stream, but after the fact, when YouTube decided to pump my video, push it a little bit. Anyway, yeah, it's really interesting. So I'm just talking as a regular guy, an investor. I'm not trying to be a crypto bro. I'm not showing, obviously, I'm not trying to sit here and try to BS you and buy my course and pump, just hype. I'm just talking from a real investor's reality, from my reality. I only can talk in this sphere, and on this topic about what I know. I'm doing quite well, living way below my means, and over the years compounding ETFs and stocks. And I think I made on this channel, I told when Tesla had that massive drop, I said, whoa, this is kind of weird. Some politicians that most likely have Tesla are telling you to get rid of Tesla, and it's garbage. I'm like, what are they doing? To me, it looked like they were trying to drive it down so they could buy more shares. And exactly, it doubled from that big drop last spring. I mean, what are we talking about here? These people are yelling, Tesla's awful. Musk is awful. Haha, the stock's dropping. Yo, these people got retirement funds with Tesla in it. For sure, some of them do. Because I was looking at, I think I found some information online about it. Most of these people are exposed to Tesla, and they're trying to drop Tesla because they're trying to probably buy more. Freaking crazy. I don't trust any of these clowns. Just go with your gut instinct and do what's right for you and your family, and just live below your means and invest well. And I don't play into that flex culture BS. Do I like nice things? Who doesn't? But I'm not going to go out and buy a brand new car and flex when I have a perfectly two working cars that are paid off and no debt. I'd rather have the security. God forbid something happens to me. My partner, my wife is good. I'm not living beyond my means, but I have a feeling this might be a great opportunity to grab some Bitcoin when it crashes more. Yeah, selfishly, like I said, because like I said, I was in it and I reinvested a lot of that, and all of it, 100% of it. I never took one of the Bitcoin gains and put it anywhere else but ETFs and stocks. What do I have, if you're wondering? I have VOO, Tech, QQQ, sorry, S&P 500, VOO, SPY, and QQQ, which is heavy in tech, of course, it's tech. I have another one that doubled, some type of, has NVIDIA in it, it's a really good, I got to remember the name of that. It literally doubled. I doubled my money on it. It's an ETF that has a lot of tech. It's tech heavy, AI and stuff like this. I have Tesla, Apple forever, the longest, Amazon, just flat out, those are just stocks, not ETFs. I'm diversified. See, the thing is, you don't want to put all your money, if you're a first-time investor, in my opinion, you don't want to just buy one stock. Like I was telling the guy I met, the older gentleman who wasn't into, he didn't know he could make, I talked about it early, make money off his money just sitting in a money market account with a good APY. So, you're better off diversified. Like S&P 500 is great. VOO is glorious because it has all these beautiful top U.S. stocks in it, And you over time, it may sound boring. It's not crypto. It's not Bitcoin. It's going to go up slowly, even on those dips. If you look at the 10-year chart on these things, like I said before in a lot of videos, QQQ in the last 10 years, and tech is volatile, supposedly. It goes like this. It had a bad year at 32% down or something like that in 2022, but it recovered. So it averaged, even with the drops in the last 10 years, it averaged 19 to 20%, which is a great return. I see a road rage, and you hear this? Some road. I'll turn the camera to it if there's any drama. Someone's trying to back out. Someone's honking. It might be a fight. Oh, this dude's getting out. If it escalates, I'll turn the camera if it's worth it. Reporting live here at Starbucks is some drama in New York in a parking lot, road raging. That's another thing. People get crazy. They ruin their lives. Is it worth getting out and road raging and fighting someone? You're going to get sued. Do you want to take that chance? Do you want to go out and have some drama and then be tied to this person with courts and arrests and all types of things? You could easily, what's that old saying? A fool and his money is easily parted, which is so true. You know, there's always some type of scam out there that's trying to separate you from your money. And I'm just saying, as far as Bitcoin goes, with all these, it's scary. All these billionaires pumping it and taking it and telling a retail investor buy it now because it's always going to go up. How does this work? How does this work? It's not. It doesn't look good in the long term. In the very long term, it's a new currency, but 10 million a coin is bullshit. I don't believe it. I think when you say that, you become very suspect. And that's what was scaring me. And that's why I got out of Bitcoin. And I'm going to let you all go. Thanks for watching, whoever's out there. I got one thumb up. Thank you. I got one thumb up. But what do I know? What do I know? I'll tell you what. I should open one of my portfolios and show you how I beat the market. I got one of my portfolios. The last time I looked was up like 164%. I'm telling you, real talk. Real talk. You could beat the market, but you just got to be very patient, and you can't sell when things dip and people panic. Remember what Warren Buffett says, because it's true. Be fearful when others are greedy, Bitcoin at the top, and be greedy when others are fearful. But that doesn't apply to Bitcoin, because you heard what Warren Buffett said about Bitcoin. I apply that to when the stock's down, when QQQ's down, when the ETFs are down, when Amazon or Apple down and people are freaking out. I see an opportunity. I see an opportunity to buy more. And I've done that consistently over the years, and I've benefited because even on the worst days when the market's down, my portfolios are up. Thank God. It's strategic, it's discipline, Jedi patience. You just got to be really patient and disciplined. And I'm not gonna lie, when Bitcoin dropped and I had a loss, and I held on for a while like that, it trained me too. That added to my patience, but I wasn't worried. I sat back and I knew Bitcoin was going to go back up. So what I would do right now, because I am still exposed to Bitcoin, I hold it. I still hold it and think, okay, it'll go back up because these people are greedy as hell. It's going to go back up at some point where I can get back out. So, but I'm looking for a new position. I'm not going to lie. And I'm out. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, share, selling no courses, selling nothing, not even a t-shirt, selling. I'm out.